Hello everyone, welcome to the Maych podcast. My guest today is a man named Stephen Farrelly, better known to the world as Sheamus from WWE. He is a four-time heavyweight champion, making him the first ever Irishman to hold those titles. He's also a five-time WWE tag team champion as well. He is a lifelong Red. He is a fascinating fella, and here's a little bit of a chat I had about him, about his Liverpool fandom and his time in WWE.
Because WWE has moved to BT Sport, I am on a bus in London. That makes logical sense, right? But I'm here.
Bridge. Cannon Bridge.
I'm here with WWE Superstar Sheamus. I want to talk about, you're a celebrated Liverpool fan,
Yes.
of course. I just want to talk about your life as a Liverpool fan, really. Obviously, you're an Irish fella. There's a massive Liverpool contingent over there. What was it that led you to the Mighty Reds?
It was the Irish players Liverpool had. We had Whelan, Houghton, Staunton, and John Aldrich. John, who I talked to actually quite a bit. Although, so it's we're not going to talk about Jim Beglin. Can't talk about Jim Beglin, man. Jim, I love you, but listen, I can't listen to you when you're commentating on a match. Bleeding kills me. I can tolerate Lawrence a little bit, but no. Listen, I started watching with those players. I idolised them. They played for Ireland. We had a very successful Irish team as well. Euro '88, Italia '90, and I just fell in love with the club, And of course, I got my uncle, who was also a Liverpool fan, lived in Willesden Green. He brought over a video, the official history of Liverpool FC, which I think finished in about '86, '87 when they brought the crown paints. The one with the collar, But absolutely, I love the club, always have. Obviously, I got in when I was young, started following them. They were very, very successful. But, a true fan is one that sticks with them through thick and thin. And over the last, number of decades, 30 years, obviously this year since we last won the league, but a lot of decades, it was pretty tough, especially seeing like Mayweather fans that I went to school with, one day following Liverpool, then following Blackburn Rovers. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. And then Newcastle. But I don't mind Newcastle. Good lads up in the Geordies are good lads. But no, I watched United win everything, and it's been tough for every Liverpool fan over the last couple of decades. But it swings and roundabouts. It's come around, and now we're on the process of winning. Even though everybody is trying to undermine our 14-point lead with a game in hand down to VAR. Kiss my arse.
That's absolutely right. Tell me about your early days then. What was your first Liverpool kit?
First Liverpool kit was the candy one. So it was the one. It was '89. The one that won, beat Everton 3-2 in the FA Cup in. Yeah. That was my first one. And my favourite one was the year after when we last won the league, was with the flex. Yeah, that and the grey one. So. I always loved playing in goal, and love playing centre half.
They always say about goalkeepers, you've got to be nuts to be a goalkeeper. Do you think there's something that led to your career path that you from an early stage?
Yeah, well, I played Gaelic football, a very Irish sport too, which is it's kind of like a mixture of rugby and football. But I will tell you this: I did my Achilles in when I was like 11 years old. So we had this. Basically, in the school Gaelga, Irish school Cuivine, which is in Marlborough Street downtown. On one of the walls, a guy came in and painted this full goal post on the wall, and had a picture of Packy Bonner making a save, because Packy was a national hero in Ireland after not Italian '90, but in '88, whatever. So I was in goal, and I was like diving on. It was concrete, so I'd be diving on concrete, putting the holes in me trousers, getting the head slapped off me by me elf and me ma for like going through like a pair of trousers a week, and Doc Marten shoes, and I just loved it, man. I love playing football. I always dreamed of playing for Liverpool.
So what would you say?
I realised I was shy.
Comes to us at various stages in our lives, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What was your what's your memory of your first game, whether it was your first trip to Anfield or anything like that?
So the first game, I think, I'm trying to think of the first game I think that really stood out to me. The one I remember the most was the FA Cup final, the 3-2 win. I've been to Anfield a couple of times, saw them play QPR. That's saying how old it is. And the last time I saw a game was against Southampton, and I was just it was the year before they went to the final against Madrid.
Absolutely. And Madrid last year, where were you? What were you doing?
I was there, right? So listen, I want to let everyone know, I didn't pull no celebrity status here. I bought my own tickets, me and Cesaro, and we flew ourselves to Liverpool, got some shite hotel for about a grand, like a ticket like for a hotel. It was crazy. But no, I went out, like I didn't pull no celebrity card or nothing. Me and Tony, as soon as I was actually in a bar in Kentucky. I was there to do a workout for my channel, Celtic Warrior Workouts, my YouTube channel. It was a fast cardio one, or a Ramadan workout with this guy called Mustafa Ali. So I hadn't eaten or whatever. So I was at this bar at 2 o'clock in the day in Louisville, Kentucky, drinking water. I'd order food because obviously you have to have something, right? Because you can't just be sitting in the bar. And I was watching the game. I was after the game at Anfield. I was surrounded by 5 other people who were just there, like with their head in their drinks. And I was bouncing around this bar after every goal. And when they went 4-0 up, I was like adrenaline mania. I called up Cesaro. I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's book our flights. And we bought tickets. We got tickets and we booked our flights to Madrid.
So the bar went all the way to Madrid. What was that night like?
Well, it was great, mate. Don't get me wrong. But we got into the stadium, and I texted a couple of lads who work for WWE or Liverpool fans. I said, lads, they're only serving non-alcoholic beer. So to this day, I still get thanked by most of the lads. They're like, thanks, mate. You saved me going into that stadium. So I was gutted. I went in there and a non-alcoholic beer. I was like, I might as well just drink water.
Absolutely.
But it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, and especially getting that goal so fast. I think everybody was shocked, and the game itself was tough. It was a tough game to sit through just because it's kind of very unnerving. But then when the second goal went in for Marych, like that was it, It was brilliant.
So obviously you say you didn't pull any celebrity status getting there, but how are you? You mentioned John Aldridge before. Have you hung out with many of the Liverpool team or whatever?
Yeah, well, I went to see the Southampton games when I was there with Aldo, But I was a huge Aldo fan, man, like Irish legend, Republic of Ireland legend. Dean Saunders. Interview. That was a weird interview with Dean Saunders. Did you ever do an interview with Dean Saunders?
He's one of the few I haven't. But I can see. Yeah.
I think you should do an interview with Dean Saunders.
Get him on the list.
Yeah. Didn't you make up some story about Nottingham Forest or something? Isn't that? I don't know. It's Brian Clough.
He strikes me as a very odd man.
I mean, he was there for 1 season, right?
Yeah. Not the next Ian Rush.
No, but who would be? Fowler, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned the Irish lads. Who's your all-time favourite Liverpool player then?
Oh Jesus! All-time favourite Liverpool player. I mean, are you talking Irish Liverpool player or just in general? Man, I love John Barnes. Barnes, he was just brilliant. Like huge. I mean, obviously Gerrard, who's a great one, but like Barnes to me was like as a kid, you just want to play like him. Like you look at some of the highlight stuff he did during those couple of seasons, and he was just phenomenal. And when Barnes wasn't on the sheet, you'd be like, it'd be like what Mo Salah was that year. A year we went against Madrid. If Mo Salah wasn't playing, he's just unbelievable player.
Yeah, absolutely. And, before we go on, I've still got you. I want to go back to the wrestling theme. I want you dream all-time 5-man Survivor Series team. A team of 5 that can strive to survive.
From Liverpool?
No, the fucking wrestlers.
Oh, wrestlers.
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk's in there all day long, but
yeah, I know.
In wrestlers.
I'd say it'll have to be like, you got to go back to the roots or whatever, what brought you into wrestling. Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hart, and Stone Cold.
And you'd be the captain, obviously.
I'd be the captain. Of course.
Absolutely.
And Dean Saunders on the bench.
You can be the heel manager.
Get upset now with me next time I see him out to Anfield. I have to say though, like, it was a weird moment. Like, talk about Man United doing like so well, but such a weird transition when Graham Souness was there, wasn't it? Like, talk about that. Like, I remember they got rid of Ray Houghton. They got rid of a couple. I'm trying to think who else they got rid of. They got rid of Beardsley, who had probably the best season of his life when he went to Newcastle. And then they brought in Dean for 1 season and sold him again. You know what I mean? And then they had Mark Wright was all right, but it just, I don't know, it's just like he was never able to make up his mind, you know.
It was the wrong era. He tried to change things too much too soon, and bad recruitment as well. Absolutely fucked them at the time.
And Staunton, you got rid of Staunton as well. And Staunton had a cracking season at Villa. Actually, we gave 3 of our players went to Villa, and then Villa were challenging for the league. You got to go back to that as well, you know. But yeah, you know, it's just, I love it. That's the thing about football. People don't realise. A lot of people get flaky about sport teams, but I love this club, man. I love it. It's great, and I can't wait till we take that Premier League, because then United have nothing left to say. Like, you ever hear that shy? Oh, yeah, you're 18-time league champions, but you never won the Premier League. It's the same bleeding thing. It's just a different trophy. It's a different trophy, but it's the same thing. Ah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, one last thing I forgot to ask. You turned up to Manchester. Was it on Raw at the time? In your in doing the Liverpool shirts?
So did it twice. First time I was wrestling in Rome, and it was on a live event, so it was non-televised, and I sang "You'll Never Walk Alone." Man, God, they went ballistic. And then the next time, yeah, we had the jackets and the kilts, right? So me and Tony, we put the gear on underneath. So no one had an idea. We walked down in the gear, so the kilts and the jackets, and we just whipped the jackets and kilts off, and the place just like brilliant. One of my favorite moments in wrestling.
Absolutely fucking priceless.
It was so much fun. And then we won the titles. I had a bottle fly past my head and everything. It was great. It's like being 7 years old at home again.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, Sheamus, thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us. Like, you know what I mean? Brilliant. And yeah, make sure you follow and make sure you get involved. WWE is on BT Sport, all the pay-per-views, NXT, and more as well. And a bit more from this.
I check out Celtic Warrior, my YouTube channel, Celtic Warrior Workouts. It's all about brave change. You need some encouragement, some inspiration to get yourself in the gym. It's got everything you possibly need.
I feel like that was a sneaky message to me more than anything else. Like, you mean, I'm getting there, mate. I'm getting there. It's fine.
General, everybody. All Liverpool fans, come on. Come on.
There you go. If you enjoyed that, make sure you follow me on Twitter. It is at the Paul Machin, ThePaulMachin. My YouTube channel is Maych TV, which you can subscribe to as well. And of course, all the things are available in Spotify and in iTunes and all good podcasting apps as the Maych Podcast. Cheers.